Hi, this is Scott Garibay. Today we're going to talk about Joe Biden and the similarities between Joe Biden and Harley Quinn, specifically as highlighted in the film Birds of Prey, the Fantabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn. All right, so first of all, spoilers for 2020 movie Birds of Prey, the Fantabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn. All right, so first and foremost, this movie is just terrible. So let's talk about my journey to see this movie. So one, I was interested in seeing this movie specifically from the perspective that I have seen every DC film. But I skipped this in the movies because I saw that because I'm a comic book fan. I have a huge collection of comic books. I have well over 1,000 comic books, and that's pared down from a 3,000 comic book collection. I routinely sell off a lot of my what I try to do is keep stuff that's really important to me and sell off stuff that goes over $100. And I get fortunate. Every now and then, I've been collecting since I was like 8 years old. And every now and then, one of the books in my collection will spike up. I own issues 1 through 6 of the original Umbrella Academy. I'm probably going to be selling that soon, right? So it's comic book collecting is a rewarding hobby. I really like it. It's a lot of fun. Of course, I read my comics, and so I've read Birds of Prey. So when this movie came out, I was like, oh great, Birds of Prey. And then I saw the trailer and I'm like, I don't know who anybody in that thing is except Harley Quinn, and I think that's Black Canary, right? And that's it. Like, there were a whole bunch of other characters to this. Cassandra Cain, Renee Montoya, the Huntress was in it, but these people were completely unrecognizable as their characters. So whoever put this movie together, I don't think they read even a single graphic novel about these characters, because what was put on film was absolutely horrendous, and it showed in the box office. This is the lowest box office DC film since Nolan. It was beaten by Shazam, right? It did horribly at the box office, right? So I skipped this in the movies. I'm like, I don't recognize any of these characters. This looks this is the trailer, and I'm not excited about anything I see in this trailer, except for Harley Quinn on roller skates. That was pretty cool. And by the way, since I'm going to pretty much I think this was a 1 out of 5 star movie. I really did not like this movie. I was upset by this movie. Because they take gold content characters and just turn them into the worst, most pablum content possible on the screen. I don't know what Warner Brothers is doing. They have these incredibly powerful characters, and they consistently, it's almost like they're laboring hard to make sure that good movies aren't made with great characters. And it's just so frustrating to me, because I love these characters. I want to see good movies, and I know there are good stories to be told with these movies because I have read them in dozens of comic books, but they throw away tons of incredible stories and make this junk from people who don't even know who these characters are, right? And it's just really upsetting, right? So basically, this movie. So I skipped it in the movies, and so how did I end up seeing this? Well, I recently got HBO Max for free when I got a new line on my mobile plan. And I've been thrilled with that. And this movie dropped on HBO Max. And I'm like, free is exactly the amount of money I want to pay to watch Birds of Prey, the Fantabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Good Lord, that's your title? That's the other thing that told me, this is a mess, right? I'm like, Harley Quinn is the hottest character, next to Batman. Harley Quinn is probably the number one character of interest in the country. And you name your movie Birds of Prey, which nobody even knows who they are, right? It was so outrageously poorly executed. So here's what happened. This movie, right, is about the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn. And Harley Quinn deals with, throughout the entirety of the movie, she used to be powerful. People used to respect her because she was Joker's girlfriend. But now she's no longer Joker's girlfriend, and she's her own person. And the movie is supposed to show us how dangerous and how powerful and how independent she is, right? Well, first of all, they do that by making sure that she spends the entire movie doing crimes for Black Mask right? Who's like a crime lord syndicate, because he threatened her, right? She doesn't do any of her own plans. She doesn't do any of her own like heists or, crimes in the film. That's another question. Is she a criminal or is she a good guy? Who knows? She doesn't know. It's clear in the movie she doesn't know, right? And so, and so she's like, hey, boo-hoo me. People don't think I'm powerful or independent or capable because I'm no longer with Joker, right? And so the way the movie shows us, like, that she's a good villain, right? Like, and actually she does a lot of crime throughout the movie. So I think she's there, she steals things. She goes into a police department and assaults a whole bunch of police officers. Like, she does crime throughout the entire movie. So I guess they're trying to show us that she's an effective, powerful, independent criminal, right? Well, all right, here's the problem, right? Joker, which we've already seen in the movies, will life exit people with knives, with short irons, right? And has created his own toxic chemical which can kill people in mass, right? Like, Joker is no joke. He is powerful, independent, and shockingly dangerous, right? So you got a tall order to prove that Harley Quinn is more dangerous, is powerful, independent, and more dangerous than Joker, or even equally dangerous to Joker, right? So how do they do that in the movie? They show us with her hitting people with a bat and shooting police officers with a confetti gun. I'm like, what? Like, this is Joker, this is her. If people are saying, I don't think you're powerful, independent, or dangerous, there's a lot of evidence that they're right? Like, Joker will life exit people with blades, short irons, and toxic chemicals. If Harley Quinn comes at you, she's coming with a wooden bat, right? I don't know, maybe it's steel, and a confetti gun. Who is supposed to think that she's more powerful than Joker? So what's this got to do with Joe Biden? Joe Biden is Harley Quinn, right? Like, he has a bat and a confetti gun. Obama was the Joker, right? That dude was powerful, independent, right? Powerful, independent, and he was not dangerous. Obama was not dangerous in any way. He was formidable, right? And honestly, Joe Biden was literally his sidekick, right? And so here we are later, and you could call the 2020 primaries Birds of Prey, the fantabulous emancipation of Joe Biden from Obama, right? But the thing is, he's bringing a confetti gun and a wooden bat, right? Like, and a bat. Like, no, Biden is not Obama. Like, Obama could, won a Nobel Peace Prize, right? Joe Biden can't make it through a 30-minute friendly interview, without alienating a portion, not of the people he's trying to win, but of his own base, right? Basically, Joe Biden is the Harley Quinn of Birds of Prey 2020, the Birds of Prey 2020 film. Very clearly non-independent. Very clear, because she ended up doing other people's work through the whole film. Very clearly not powerful, right? She gets thrown around like a rag doll in half the scenes. It's like crazy, right? And clearly not dangerous, right? Like, or actually in Joe Biden's, he doesn't want to be dangerous. He wants to be formidable, right? He's not formidable. He's not a threat to anyone, right? And that's the issue. Is if you look at this movie, you're like, oh wow, this is a real mess. Like, this situation is not good. Why, he's supposed to be showing how independent, how capable, and how formidable he is, right? And that's just not happening, right? It's just so clear that this movie failed to show the amazing character that Harley Quinn is. Harley Quinn truly is, right? Independent, powerful, right? And formidable, right? And that is seen in lots of comic books. It was not seen in any way in the 2020 movie, right? And this was created by someone who was very incented and seemed very excited about making it clear that this character was independent, powerful, and formidable. And that just did not come out clear. And it is absolutely not coming out clear that Joe Biden is formidable, powerful, or capable, or independent, right? So Joe Biden is Obama's Harley Quinn. And he's got to prove people that he's bringing more than a confetti gun and a baseball bat, right? Like, it's a mess. It is an absolute mess. I hope. Honestly, we'll see what happens. But I'll tell you right now, if you're looking at the numbers, if you're looking at the patterns, right? If you're looking at the momentum, Joe Biden's going to get stomped in November. All that's my opinion. I'd love to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.